Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Open TTD. As while I was recording the last episode, I was talking, doing everything, and building everything while I was doing that episode, and then realized to come at the end of it that my mic wasn't connected properly. Like, it's connected to the PC and everything else, but when I had to replug everything in, OBS changed it to default, and that default didn't have this microphone selected, so there was no noise coming out of it. So I apologize for that video of being complete silence, but we did build this metropolitan area. We started a forest route from here to this forest, and then this forest that is going all the way down to here, and then this forest area to go all the way down to the sawmill that is down here, and that was gonna be, spreading goods throughout the cities. We didn't add the city yet, but we will right now as we are here. But other than that, this is more focused on building the highway. We have all these cities now attached, and they are growing, and it seems like Headingbury is starting to grow in this area as the city is now maybe starting to grow every so often, but every 96 seconds, so it's not like fast enough compared to this city. And we will having it branch out to here as well, so it can grow out this very quickly, because this is every 14 seconds to 96 seconds, so it's going to grow this out tremendously. And what we can do is start doing that is have it stretch out to out here to down there. We could add that, but I don't think it's really necessary. And then do it all the way down to there, and have that attached, and we will have plenty more people that will be moved into the city's area, because this is kind of like the kind of capital city, the big metropolitan area. And then what we also could do is literally have a boat from here, around here to here, and go literally back and forth to provide a service for passengers, and like mentioned, and add more money to what we already make. So I will add it to right there. Then we will add a dock, hit our control, and it will go to that north. So these two are now connected, so whenever there's people here, it will be connected to this station. Now we're going to add a dock down here, and it's going to be very short, so we'll have like the smallest boat, and we won't interfere with this at all. And then we're going to add a bus station that will be part of the docks. We will not have to worry about a depot. Change it to passengers. We can do the ferry, which is 100 passengers, 130, or this very fast one that's 100 passengers. We're just going to do 130, maximize it, and we only need one, so we'll hit control and hit that dock, and it'll be full load, and then also full load there, so that way when they do go to each one, they're not leaving until it's a full load of 130 passengers. Now we can also do mail, which would be the cargo, and it'd be 160, but they will only accept passengers and not necessarily mail at this time, so it doesn't pay for us to add mail if it's not going to be accepted. And then what we'll do is we'll add that, and then we can go like behind here and do something kind of like that. And then that is connected with that, so eventually it's going to accept multiple people. And it is growing out pretty good as to what it's doing. And what we technically can kind of do is eliminate that, even though that household may not be happy with us deleting their house and to create a road, but it's part of Henningbury and they grow every 14 seconds, so that is not an issue. So that is all built out in a way, and we still need to add this forest right here that was going to go to here, so we will do that quick, and then we'll start heading over to doing the whole bus highway, starting from roughly around this corner right here and going to Parrington, Parrington to Leffingburg to Stetson, and then Stetson to Cohaston, and kind of keep going up as much as we can, just by adding streets. We'll just add streets, and another video is adding the whole or I'll have to add the bus stations right away, because then the people won't I won't expand the city like I usually do, because that kind of takes a little bit of time, and I'm trying to make these episodes a little bit smaller, unless if you guys have been appreciating the whole me building it out and showing you the whole process of what I do. Feel free to put that in the comments, but this kind of series so far, it seems like we've been really only focusing on the bus highway here that we made this, and the train highway. And the train highway has been done and long gone, completed. We could add more trains onto that highway, but I feel like I don't need to for the time being, and then I could work like branching off of routes that can be branched off to bring people in, and make it more like not necessarily efficient, because it's already efficient as it is, but to have more of a capacity for the amount of trains that are already going through it, and being able to have the cargo. And so we have 47 million. I know I did that one episode that was like 3 hours long of 20 million. I am not going to do that. We're just going to try and get a good chunk of the bus highway done in this episode, and add this forest industry. That way it's connected with this. So that is what we'll do right now. We'll get this going. We will destroy a few of the cities, because with vehicles being in the way, you can't necessarily build a road. So we'll have it from there, go to there, then have it like that. And usually kind of do a kind of a section like this, that way they have two ways to get to it, which will be more than two ways at this point. So then we will have a depot there, and then the truck stop that goes through, build a separate location, woods, there's that. Then just go to click on the vehicles, do our cargo to make it more easier, and then I kind of do by cargo capacity. That way it goes from smallest to largest. It does 66 tons. Then we hit our control, click on that, that way it's full load, and we click down here to drop off. You could pick transfer, but unload all. I just make sure that it's unloaded. Then we hit our clone, hit our control, that way when we do click on all these, it's all the shared orders. Meaning, if I were to switch this to a different station, all of those 15 vehicles will go to that station because it's shared overall. So we have that now connected, so that will help this run smoothly. I'll click on this and see what kind of, we probably do have a lot of vehicles that are on coverage because of sending goods, wood, stuff like that, and water. Okay, so we need more vehicles going from, I'll have to search and find a vehicle. 44 tons. Going from they're going to here, which is the Hertford Springs transfer, because then I will just click on that and clone it and do it a bunch of times because it needs to be transferred over. Not that vehicle, not that one. Once that's full to, there we go. So this vehicle is broken down, so we will clone that one. So yeah, it's going to Lintonwood and then the Springs transfer. So we will clone it, hit our control, and have a bunch of vehicles that will be going there. I am going to check in the settings real quick because I do have, and you'll learn from this, of limit of how many aircraft. So I do have 1,000. So we will do, I will do this, and we will do 1,000, 1,000,000. It goes max of 5,000. Okay, that's fine. 5,000 for that. Let's do the max. That way we know we're at least covered. Thought maybe like 1,000,000 would be the max, but the max you can have is 5,000. Not that I'm gonna hit the 5,000 ratio when it comes to the ships, aircraft, and road vehicles, possibly trains. I don't think so with the ratio of what we've been doing overall, so I think we're good on trains because we've only used them mainly for this main highway. We have like 90 of them, and they're making us a very good profit right now. Of 5,000, 2,000, 119. So there's a few of them that are not making any money, but it's probably due to when I had that clog in the last video, and then they started not making money because they couldn't find the routes. So then I fixed it right away. So it'll run smoothly. This we could probably, before we start going anywhere, break it up into sections. And that will have houses built around this as well. There we go. And so I do have a couple of airports now that we have our wood industry kind of covered. I know I've mentioned that it was going to be, or kind of pointing with my cursor because I didn't really say anything because it was muted, but this one was going to be used and this was going to transfer to here. Here was going to transfer it to here. Then here was going to transfer it to here. And then here was going to transfer over, and then this was going to transfer to here. So it's a lot of vehicles that are going back and forth to Hertberg Springs, and so this should not have a problem when it comes to goods and all that stuff coming out to disperse. And then we obviously have a bunch of cities that we can connect right away, and we got some steel mill factories, or like a factory here. We could do some stuff with that. We potentially, could have a train line going from here to this wood area and transfer the wood, or to here, or even have a train area go to this factory of having, like a 3 port going from here to here, and then, or have vehicles go from here to here, and then having like the train go from here to here, and then the goods dispersed all over the place. But that is not in this episode. I've been trying to get the train highway done, and I got that done. And then this was just like a big area that I feel like I could have, what do you call it? Like conquer, so to speak, of seeing all the industry within this area, and then maximize it with all these cities that are right here, and trying to build the growth in it as well. Because if I were to expand this to here and here and here, it's just gonna kind of dropping my mark, kind of swatted it. So sorry for your ears, but just kind of, it's gonna disperse rapidly with what I've done, and especially with the highway from here all the way up. There's honestly right now what I'm gonna do is attach this, to be honest. It's literally that close. We can add one right there, one right there. I probably clicked on it twice on accident. Add one right there, so then we can go delete that one. And then I'll get to the highway. So it's just, this is really close, and we can have it where buses are sent to here right away. Undo 2, delete that. It's like people are gonna not like me as a company, but it's overall sending services from one city to another. Undo that. Oh, that won't connect nicely, but that will, so that's nice. And then connect that together. That's connected. We go from here to there, having that. Having that. So then we have that with that. We will delete that just to get that right there. Delete that. And I'll have that. I have that. And we can kind of do something like that. Do it right that for right now. And then we'll have a vehicle depot right there. And this will help control the buses that go from here, here, and here. But then also they will go here and here. And we will clone it. And I'll do 4 of them. They'll be on their merry way. And then like that. We'll send it like that. And this will grow potentially. Or it will eventually, but depending on how fast it will grow. And might as well just add this city right to it. So it's right here. And get that bus station right there. One right there for future. Then put one right there. Just go around it. Then we'll do something like that. Do something like that. With that. Do that. Something like that. Have that connected. Will be connected. That's gonna get connected. So there we have that together. And then I can also go to here, 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 and here as well. And they'll be kind of dispersed as they break down and everything else. So that will be it. So that is all that needs to be done within this area. So that is capitalized that. I mean, we could transfer some of the wood from here to here, but I feel like I already have where it's going to a different area. So that is all good. Yeah, and we got this going too with the line of vehicles. It's 80%, so that is great. Okay, there's nothing waiting. There's been a vehicle ever since, and they've been going from there to that sawmill. That's down here somewhere. So, right there. That's where they've been going to. So yeah, everything's been working out so far. Oh, and then there's that one that's going to there too. So they have good supply, and then I could be sending this one over a bridge and through as well. But is this place okay? Good, because this will be the last thing that I'm gonna be doing. Is this dock here was on the waiting list to be worked on because of when you start building things around in a city, the town, like management or the city hall and stuff like that, don't like the fact that you are working on something within that city. So all this road building, after a while, if you don't place your stations, it will give you that error message that I've been getting multiple times, and that I've had to plant trees to kind of bribe them in a way to let them, or to kind of get them on my side of, hey, I'm trying to build a service here for you and to help you build your city out. And so when you have, you know, growth within all of the moving parts of the buses going from station to station and all that jazz, that's why it's like legit, this is gonna fill out eventually. Like this, with this city growing so much, it's literally gonna overpopulate to this city, and then this city will, they'll still grow as cities, but then it's going to overpopulate it, then it's going to spread this way, and then it's just going to keep going down the line of building houses until there's no more roads that I've built. I can change it to where the cities can build their own, but I like to take control of where the cities are building, and all that stuff. So, and um, then once they get it to the rating of poor or mediocre, or yeah, poor is like the lowest because I did plant that dock. Then overall the um, then you can't build anything, and you can fund new buildings and all that stuff and try to get on their side and all that jazz, and it may change, or you could bribe the local authority for $1 million. But I'm trying not to do that too much. But since I kind of just sent them money to, instead of 286 seconds, now it's down to like 100 and some odd seconds. So the whole purpose of that is so I can transport all of this oil from this dock here. I could have probably done it from like right here, but from this dock here, or even keep this so that way passengers can go from city to city, and then have this dock be the loading dock for the oil. That's what I'll do. Kind of do it separate. That way, this one is for the oil, and this one's for like the city to go from city to city. And then we'll have we'll buy that and refit it, because then it can go to each city for the mail. And unload full, unload full, unload full. Don't need a buoy. And so that way it's only one, because then it's 160 bags. And then we go to passengers. We'll do this Blakewell 300 hovercraft, and it will go to each of the docks for full. And we will clone it and do 2. And then what you can do is with this one, since it's going to go to the same spot, you can hit the skip button and it will go to the third one. So then it will wait until that's fully loaded, and then when the other one's fully loaded, it will go to that one. They'll meet in the middle and kind of, overlap each other but go in different directions. Send them both, but then we also need ships for oil. So I go for the bigger ones. That way we can do the bigger amounts of oil. And then buy another one, can do full load there, go to that, and then new ship, buy another one, full load there, and go to the valley, unload. Then we'll clone it, so they'll get another one, they'll get another one, they'll get another one. And we will send them all on their way. So then shared orders, load all, unload, leave empty, unload, leave empty. And then this is where the fun part comes, where I'm going to be making that U shape for all the vehicles that are going to be connected with the valley, because that's the one where all the oil's going to go. And then we could add a bus station right there that's going to be connected with docks. So then they both have their own situation. So this one is passengers and mail, and this one is passengers and mail, but it will accept oil. And then we'll have a boatload of trucks that can do 10,000 gallons. I'm trying to see how much. There we go. 81 passengers. But I wonder if it's passengers because of it needs people to go to them. It requires passengers. So I wonder if these have been requiring passengers because of workers. And that requires 6. And that requires 18. So then what we also can do is buy a new ship, do passengers, do this 130, fully load, go there, go there, go there, there we go. Oh, because it's right there. And then we'll clone it 3 times. There. So that should work out with that then. But I'm not gonna. Requires passengers. So I wonder if we go here, new ships, do this 100 ferry, go here, full load, then go there, then go there, then full load there. Let me clone it and do it twice. That way there's 2 boats. Oh. But this one can go to that one, which won't be anybody, but then there won't be 2 boats waiting at the same station. But then eventually we can like add one over here as well, because we could build the roads to it and stuff. But that's enough of messing around with this area with all the boats and all that stuff, and we need to get going on this highway. So there's that. Perfect. So then that's connected. Could, obviously, do that. Make things smaller. Have different routes eventually. But then be gone doing that. With that, like I said, I'm just putting the roads in and kind of trying to finish up as quick as possible with this. With the challenge, because this challenge has been kind of taking forever. But in the necessary, it kind of needed to, because of we'd have to add bus stations and all that stuff. And so within this video, it'll be like it's finally finished, but the fact of the matter is there's no bus stations that need to be added, and it will be simmed, and then they'll allow bus stations to passerby. So kind of connected with that city. Then we go to Pinham down here, so then we'll just do that, go around the river, connect it that way. And I'm just going straight up, so I'm not even worrying about adding the buses quite yet. So then we'll go here, then down this way. Even though you'd be like, well, then you have to go back there anyway and add all the stuff. You'd be like, yeah, you're right, but it's the enjoyment of eventually adding it instead of having to stress about it right away, where we can create the path and then everything's all kind of made for us for the highway. And then grabbing all the resources that are around it. And go right there. And making it kind of unique on the way up as well. And then also adding all these cities with it. And that will be added. So that we just go like this, go like that. There's that. We'll go this way. Okay, that add, no, okay, so it won't connect that way nicely. There, I'll do it like that. that. Because we essentially have a lot of ground to make up for it already being connected up north, because we can get rid of the town names. If I did add an unnecessary road, we can do that, and then this is the line we kind of made, and we already have it up here. Like, we could start up here and then all the way down too as well, but we're already right here, so we're gonna try and finish it going straight through these cities and do as much as we can, and potentially, assign buses from one end to the other. But they'll break down, so it'd be pretty hard to alright, so then that's that. And there's that. What's that? That. There's that. I'll add this to it. There we go. Around this lake. Going up there. I'll go down a little bit farther, because then we're not having to interfere with any of the waterways. It's perfect. And this can also be added. Let me go down this way. Go down that way. Go down this way. And this will be added to it, so we can add it from there. Gotta go that way. Go from up there, so that will interfere with it. We got a couple of towns. Could use some boats. I'll just do it right away while I'm here. New ship. here and do that, because they are pretty fast, so not having to worry about it. And we go back to the drawing board of making more roads. We can also add that from there. Go like that. Go like that. We could start from here. Just kind of using the roads that it's already given us. We can go like there. So like that. That way we don't have to build a long bridge. Oh, that's perfect. And then could be attached from there. Attach that together. Some of these cities I'll keep small too, but like I've mentioned, the more people that are in these cities, the more of a profit I can get eventually. And then after we get this all done, we'll see about total weight cargo at each station that's already built. It's not connected yet, but there it is. Now it's connected. Now you'll be like, what the heck's going on? You can connect it like there too as well. Like, yeah, you're connecting to the biggest highway in the map, the bus highway. The bus highway for real. And be like that. Be like that. Be like. That's perfect. To see now after unclicking that, I think we're atrocious, so then we can't build any stations, whether it be bus, truck, or a train station, because of we're atrocious. So to their mind, because we are doing public works of putting in roads. So, and making this long highway, and it's kind of like a defamation of land, of killing trees, and now it's interrupted, and now we could have like this oil go to here and disperse all of the goods to these cities, stuff like that. So we honestly could build like something like this around it right away, but it's going to be the continuation. And then we also have this short bit from here to here, so that's nice. We'll build this long bridge right across here. That's what we'll do. So from here, there's that. Now we can look at the map and see how far. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. Obviously going quite faster than if I were to do this whole process of going to each city, expanding it, going to each city, expanding it, putting all the city resources in it, and everything else. So we are just plowing the roads right through, getting to each station or each city as quick as possible, and attaching as many cities as possible too. It's like I've done this before. It's just perfect intersection right there. And then it'll be connected by this. Just kind of going back and forth, attaching cities to it. Okay, it's not going to be attachable. There, now it's attached. Okay, that's not attaching it. What about that? Okay. And we will attach that. that. Cheapest bridge there is. Kind of get it up there, because otherwise it won't work. That will be connected. Kind of use that. And usually it's more money in the farmland, or to build off of the farmland. Oh. Alright. So what we're gonna do, I mean, we could have like a ferry of passengers. There we go. And then, so there we go. And then, alright, we are cruising through this. Connecting cities, connecting all this stuff. And then we have this big body of water. And then you do that. It's just a lot of clicking on the mouse, so if you hear a lot of clicking, it is a lot of clicking and all that stuff. So I apologize, but a lot of this is a lot of clicking and getting stuff from point A to point B. We haven't even made it to, oh, we're close. I was going to say we haven't even made it to the integration where the railroad meets the bus highway. And we'll connect that like that. So then there's that. So there's the train highway. And what I will do is add this to where there's a stop here. I mean, it could be, here to integrate it to as well. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But then I'll also add the stop here because this will grow. So I will do that and then have it kind of like that, and then they won't allow me to do it, so that's okay. Just do this. I do that, that's fine. And then we go based off of the city right here. And then we'll attach that. Attach that. This will go outwards like so. itself, I'll have it connected like that. So it's kind of it's basically a straight shot to that. There's that. And I will get back to all the city services and everything. I just wanted this highway to be done. So that way I can say the bus highway is done. I'll add that. That'll be a little bridge. There's that for that. So I get 2 for 1 special for the wood over here. It's like hoping there's like a sawmill nearby. Let's go down this way a little bit. There is one nearby. It's right next to a city too as well. I'm just continuing. Obviously, could look and see like, oh, where does it kind of end, but not trying to be too picky about it. I'm just enjoying making this highway. Like, yeah, maybe tedious or whatnot, but it's actually kind of fun doing this. The only tedious part essentially is eventually going back and putting all these bus stations in and trying to get the local government to say, hey, you can start putting this stuff in because you've planted trees for our landscaping. So there's that together. That. And some of these industries will shut down if they don't get used. So that is one thing to also, if you are new to this game and everything else, that eventually industries, if they aren't being used, will shut down. So we do have a little bit of ways to go yet. Alright, that's good to know. Now, thing is, where did that street go? It's right there. And not saying that I just now don't care because it's taking forever, but longer the strides, the more takes up, but it's probably best if you do little strides like this because then they're not traveling as far. There we go. Let's go into that city. We can go down a little bit, go over. We're basically going around it. But I also made those big strides because overall they're going to be connected with the cities, and that's what's going to make the bus highway more effective, because the more cities it's connected to, the more people they can transport there and back and all that jazz. So it will be a good thing for having this bus highway. And then we take that into consideration for down here. There we go. And that will be added way down there. Down that way. We'll build a bridge. So then we'll add that to the mix. Oh, that's just a tree. Okay. I know it's already built there. And then we'll take this road. And we will continue going straight, kind of towards the middle. Not at the same level. About that. Alright, we can do that. Just gotta improvise. Let me take that. Landscaping. I don't need any of that. And we are basically there. You can just go. there. And then built out. That right there. There we go. The highway has been officially been connected. So, may not be the prettiest thing in the world, but we are connected. And then it's just getting all of the towns connected with bus stations that are involved with it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of me trying to finagle the streets going up and down, and the next video it will be kind of seeing what's around the areas, and especially going back to the area where we were, and capitalizing on the industry and all that stuff. I know I still have to create some distribution centers, but with that metropolitan area, I'm going to consider that as a distribution center number one, because it does have passengers, it does have oil, it does have the wood and everything else that's kind of going together. So that's kind of the first one. But what I would like to also take a look quick too is seeing how this is growing, if it so is. It doesn't seem like it's growing too big. But what we could have is airplanes going from here to here to here to here, and that will help it grow tremendously. And that's what I'm honestly gonna do, is build some airports. So we got some large airports, hub airports we don't have yet. We got some helicopters, some air stations for helicopter pads. But we do have the city airports. We could attach it to right there. You will attach one. Has to be flat. Okay. I'm going to say we're going to attach one by the train station. Attach one right there. I was going to say not where they're trying to build a house. And that should be, it should be good enough. Ooh. And delete that. Hit control. Have it connect with the south. So it's an airport in itself and a train station. So it's not accepting anything yet, but hopefully in the near future, and it's excellent. We're gonna fund. So I think we're good. And down here, I think we're atrocious still. We're gonna fund them as well. And what we're gonna do, new aircraft, passengers, cargo capacity, Darwin 300. Be a full load here, a full load there, and a full load there. That should be it. Oh, that's going to be a while, so that may have to wait. So then we're going to clone it. 5 times. And we will unpause it. We will gain money back. And so that way it kind of starts going right away. Do we not have buses in the city? We don't. That's probably what the problem is. We don't have buses going around. But yeah, it's receiving goods. That's the main reason why it's growing, I should say. So now it's like 1 passenger, so it will be more than likely growing at a faster rate because of it's now receiving goods, and then we'll be getting a decent amount of money, and we're starting to make a profit already. But we're in the negatives right now with all the construction that we've done, and we will be in the profits. So, that being said, yeah, it did change because I do now have the 4 buses going around the city, and we should probably add some new vehicles going from here to here and here. We will clone that 4 times and get that going as well. Usually for the first plane, I have it skip, and then the other one will receive more, and that way this plane can transfer people, and we will send that one on that way. Our vehicle is lost. There we go. Now we should be good. Now we should be good. And worst case is we have to clone more vehicles. Because they're all breaking down. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we will be cloning a lot more. I'm sending 15 more. So, how many crates of goods do we have sitting? 81. So they're good over there. It's this wood. Needs to be transferred from here all the way down there. What I could do is make it more efficient. There we go. That way they go through. I guess it's I built a road there. I destroyed it. There we go. So that should make it more efficient. That way. But with that being said, hopefully y'all have been enjoying the videos, enjoying the series. Obviously there's way more to come. We have our kind of first distribution, and also the bus highway is done. We just have to get the cities involved and kind of get all of the buses to collide together and go up and down the highway. So that being said, have a good one.